Karen Allen, BBC News. Mr. Ravalomanana, you talked about being inspired by the events in Egypt and Tunisia. Have you been emboldened, and has that informed your decision to go back now?
Yes, I've been.
Can you elucidate a little more? Can you give us a little more on that?
Because since 2009, we had this problem in Madagascar, the crisis, political crisis. So we have to find out the way, how can we solve it? Because we need to lay out the foundation of democracy. And this is the idea, and this is very important for us.
Can I just ask this off? If we not had the events in Egypt and Tunisia, would you be as willing to go at this moment in time?
Yes, of course, yes. May I sit here?
You may all of the microphones are there, so they prefer it if you don't mind, Mr. President. Right.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Said Penda from the BBC French service. I will appreciate if you could give your answers in French, in both French and English. Est-ce que vous pouvez d'abord commencer, Monsieur Ravalomanana, en français pour nous dire exactement, est-ce que vous considérez toujours président de la République de Madagascar? On voit que c'est ça qui est écrit là. C'est la première question. Deuxième question, vous vous dites que vous allez rentrer. Vous n'avez pas peur d'être arrêté? On a déjà annoncé par le régime en place que vous serez arrêté si vous rentrez.
Tout d'abord, je suis encore...
I'm sorry, Mr. President, can we just get the question translated by Olivia?
Okay. Yeah, I translate. There are two aspects in the questions. First of all, my first question from the journalist is, do you still consider yourself as the President of the Republic of Madagascar? And the second aspect of the question is, are you not afraid of being arrested? Because on the other side in Madagascar, they already made some statements related to that.
Yes, I am the democratically elected and constitutional president of Madagascar in 2007. And still until now, because it was a coup d'etat in 2009. So I'm still, even for the African Union, the SADC, respect me as a president of the Republic. That's why we are here. And then to go back in Madagascar, as I say to you, I have nothing wrong, and I have not fear to go back in Madagascar. C'est un coup d'État à Madagascar.
Est-ce que vous êtes toujours président de la République?
Je suis toujours le président de la République de Madagascar, élu démocratiquement et par la Constitution malgache en 2007. Et je suis toujours le président de la République, et l'Union africaine, la SADC et les autres communautés internationales me respectent comme ça.
Yes.
Deuxième point, je n'ai pas peur de retourner à Madagascar parce que je ne fais pas de mal pour mon pays.
Même si on va vous mettre en prison?
Comme je vous avais dit, je n'ai pas fait de mal dans mon pays.
Right.
That if you should return, it would lead to a civil war.
Not at all, as I said in my speech. I will bring a peaceful dialogue, because even for the expert or assistant from abroad, of course, we need. And but the process for brother speaking to brother is different. That's why it is the idea is to talk, to have this dialogue, Malgacho-Malgache. So I'm not afraid to go back to my country.
I just mean that amongst the voters, before you even start talks, if you just your mere presence, that would cause so much friction amongst the various factions.
I'm not afraid to go there. And then we are, as a Malagasy, we have this fear van at the board. Fear van first, and then we talk. We have this tradition, our culture.
Diana.
Diana Geddes, is it working? Diana Geddes of The Economist.
Yes.
I was there when the coup happened. I remember that you handed over your powers to the generals. At that point, you resigned yourself as president. So, number one, I'm not quite understanding why you say that you're still president when you yourself resigned. Secondly, in your absence, you've been sentenced to life, whether you or like it or admit to doing the wrong that you were convicted of. That sentence stands, and so you would be likely to be arrested on your return and imprisoned for life. Why won't that happen? And thirdly, we've had attempts over the last 2 years by SADC, as you quite rightly said, and by the AU itself, to form some kind of power-sharing unity government. That has not worked, despite all the pressure of the international community, SADC and the AU. Why do you think that it could possibly happen now when it hasn't happened in the past? You speak about hearing the voice of the people. The people have been dead silent for the last 18 months. As you yourself said, there's very little ability for people at the moment in Madagascar to criticize. The protests in your support have long since stopped. And lastly, given SADC's abysmal record in getting you back into power when they agreed with you that it was an illegal coup, that you did, I'm half answering your own question, resign under duress, and therefore it wasn't a real resignation. What do you think of SADC's record in getting anyone to do the constitutionally correct thing? If you look around the region, they have failed every single time, notably in Zimbabwe. And I better stop.
I think that's enough.
I've got lots more.
So, I want to clarify the situation when I was in Madagascar. I didn't resign as a president of the republic. I only transferred the power to the military. I never did resign as a president of the republic, because they forced me to leave the country. First, you say our protester is not there. You will see, if you come with us next Saturday, we'll stay there. Yes, you can come, no problem. And the second question, why we didn't reach the agreement? Because they didn't respect or not all the signed accord in Maputo and Addis Ababa. They didn't respect, and Rajoelina didn't respect the accord signed in Addis Ababa and in Maputo. That's why we didn't have any, they didn't have any recognition from the international community.
Why would he accept it this time? The situation hasn't changed.
Exactly. Everybody asks this one. Why he didn't respect his signature?
Okay, JJ.
So we have to create, to find a new direction. That's why it's good to be there and make a dialogue. Malgacho-Malgache. And as I said to you, this trial in 2009, 7 February, even for the International Court in Hague, they said it shouldn't happen because I didn't do wrong for my country, for the people in Madagascar. So I'm not here.